I know from the last video that I recorded with this background and this current lighting setup that the glare is quite intense on these products, so I'm going to cut this out fairly quickly. What do I have? Well, I went this past week to the AFI Silver in Silver Spring, Maryland for Noir City 2024. And I got a chance to see two movies. One I was sure I had seen before, and that is the Humphrey Bogart star-making performance in High Sierra. And I knew I'd seen it before, and I remembered liking it just fine. And then the movie started up, and I realized fairly quickly that I had actually never seen High Sierra. And so I enjoyed watching it. The movie's kind of a mess. It is obvious why it became a star-making role for Bogart, but the movie itself is meh. It's the script is just a disaster. But it has a good performance from Bogart. It has a good performance at times from Ida Lupino. I feel like the character that Ida Lupino is playing feels like three different people, and it depends on which scene she's in, which one she's playing, and I put that on the screenwriter. And then the second film, anyhow, was Rafifi, which I have seen a few times now and really, really enjoyed. And it was really cool seeing it on the big screen. The thing that I find interesting about Rafifi is that I think that was my third time watching it, and each time I feel like I'm seeing it for the first time in a different way. It's really odd. Anyway, while I was there, and Foster Hirsch was doing the intro to the movies for the weekend, I had not been able to get up the previous weekend to see Eddie Muller once again, and that was because we were actually moving the weekend that Eddie Muller was there and hosting. And unlike in 2023, where the night before Noir City started, I got incredibly sick and I was down for the count for 2 full weeks and was not able to get out and see anything. Very frustrating. Anyhow, at least I got up once. I got to see Foster Hirsch, and I got to see that double shot of cool movies. So while I was there, I picked up Repeat Performance, Return of the Lost Noir Classic from the Film Noir Foundation, restored by UCLA Film and Television Archive. I have, to the best of my knowledge, not seen this movie. It is, let's see, years after its 1947 Repeat Performance, whatever I'm reading, Repeat Performance seemingly vanished. For many who'd seen it, the film's startling premise and stunning set pieces became nearly a tantalizing memory. It fell so far off the cultural radar, people began to think they'd only imagined the movie. But thanks to the dedication and diligence of the Film Noir Foundation, Repeat Performance has been restored in collaboration with UCLA, blah, 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 blah. So this has an introduction by Eddie Muller, profile on actress Joan Leslie, Eagle Lion, A Noir-Stained Legacy, a documentary by Stephen C. Smith, narrated by author and film historian Alan K. Rode. Audio commentary track by Nora Fiore, perhaps? The Nitrate Diva. I used to follow her on the hell site that used to be Twitter. Let's see, the promotional press book, cool. Souvenir booklet, cool. So, oh wow, it's actually a 2-disc set. That's nice. And we have this booklet. Very cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen this film. I don't know if this was shown on Noir Alley on TCM or not. I mentioned the other day to someone, or maybe just screamed into the void, that I currently feel like somebody who's shown up to do a presentation with no pants, because since the move, we currently do not have access to TCM, and I do feel a little naked without that. So anyhow, I guess I'll have to make up for it by watching this coming up. But I like that I'm able to support the Film Noir Foundation in my little way and get some physical media of lost classics and or lost films. They're not all classics. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's good. So I'm really curious to check this out, and of course to check out the documentaries and the commentary track, because I like special features on my DVDs and or Blu-rays. So yeah, that's it for this particular video. If you are in the DC region, you should definitely check out, well, you should check out the AFI Silver anyway, because it's a great theater. But you should check out Noir City. It seems to come for about 2 weeks every October. I know it also happens in other places, San Francisco, I think LA, don't quote me on that, Chicago, I want to say Detroit, and I think they did Philadelphia earlier this year, which I believe was the first time. I don't know if they do New York or Boston. I honestly don't remember. I want to say yes. Anyway, whatever the case, it's a very cool event and really nice to see. I was glad to see when I went this time a little bit more turnout. I see the pictures of San Francisco and Chicago, and I see the lots of people there, and I'm always a little disappointed that the DC, DC area, it's Silver Spring, that the DC area event doesn't seem to have the same kind of turnout. But truth be told, as much as there is a vibrant scene here for art and film and all sorts of things, theater, it seems, I don't know, it's like really hard to get people to various events. I think there's maybe almost overkill. And unlike a place like, say, New York City, where a lot of stuff is localized in Midtown Manhattan, and I know there's a lot more to New York City than Midtown Manhattan, but a lot of stuff happens in that general vicinity, so it's easy to kind of focus your attention to come in there. I feel like in the DMV, a lot of stuff happens very spread out. Wolf Trap is out in the suburbs. Meriwether Post Pavilion is out in the suburbs. The Alamo Draft House that we had, the quote unquote DC Alamo Draft House that actually was doing a lot of stuff, was way out in the suburbs. Now there's actually one in DC proper and one in Crystal City, but also they're just not doing the same kind of cool stuff they used to do. We've got the Kennedy Center, we've got a couple of the sports stadiums and whatnot, but stuff is pretty spread out. So anyway, check these events out if you have the chance, and of course, always physical media. Check out links below where you can support this channel in any way that you see fit, if you feel like it. If not, a like is always nice. Leave a comment if you feel like it. And as mentioned in a previous video that I recorded, this new background and this new lighting, which may or may not stick around, hopefully not, is because I have just recently moved. And in the move, there's been a lot of changes all around. So if you are interested in strange stuff, I have a lot of strange stuff. You can check out the links below for my eBay page, where I am selling a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Tabletop gaming stuff, just weird rando things that I've picked up over the years. I could certainly use the money, and I could use the space. And who knows, maybe you'll find something that you could use. And anyway, in the meantime, on to my final video recording for today. And then I'll see if I'm going to look into getting a new setup for recording these videos. I actually don't know when the next video I'm going to record will be. Who knows? Until next time, take care.